All right, today we're going to unlock one of the most powerful, maybe the most powerful technique for getting consistent results from your AI. We're talking about mastering the reference image.
This right here, this is the whole idea. One reference image can stabilize everything. It's such a simple little thing to add to your workflow, but it completely changes the game. It takes you from, I don't know, random guesswork to creating something that looks deliberate, professional, and exactly like what you had in your head. So let me ask you, are you tired of this? You hit generate, you wait, you get something, and it's close, but not quite, so you do it again and again. You're just burning through credits, right? And you get images that are almost what you want, but they're never exactly there. Yeah, if that sounds familiar, you are absolutely in the right place. We are going to fix that today.
Okay, section 1, the one image stabilizer. We're talking about how to get that deliberate control over your creations. So how does it work? Well, think of a single, well-chosen reference image as an anchor. It's like you're telling the AI, hey, look at this. The AI literally sees the image. It sees the composition, the lighting, the style, and it uses that as the main guide for your prompt. It just creates this super stable, super predictable foundation to build on. All right, next up, a 5-point framework. This is our systematic approach to using references. Now look, we're not just going to give you a bunch of random tips here. This is a structured 5-point framework. It's a reliable system you can use every single time you sit down to create. So let's break it down.
So here are the 5 key ways you can use this. Number 1, lock in a character or an object. So you're not re-rolling 100 times for the right face. 2, define a style. This is huge for making sure everything feels like it's part of the same set. 3, control the composition. 4, set a very specific color palette. And 5, and this one's a lifesaver, guide complex poses. The kind that are just impossible to describe with words. Each one of these is another layer of control you get.
Okay, so theory is one thing, right? But let's actually see the proof. We're going to do a little without versus with comparison, a super practical demonstration. And trust me, you're going to see the night and day difference a single reference image can make. So for our test, we're going to use this prompt right here, a stoic night in cinematic lighting, fantasy art. It's a good prompt. There's nothing wrong with it. But it leaves a ton of room for the AI to just make stuff up. It's going to interpret it differently every single time. So let's see what happens when we run this by itself, and then what happens when we add a reference.
And here we go. Look at this. The difference is just wow. On the left, without the reference, it's chaos. The armor design changes every single time. The lighting is totally unpredictable, often pretty flat. The poses are just kind of generic. But now look at the right. We used the exact same prompt, but we added one reference image. And boom! Everything just locks into place. The armor is consistent, the lighting is dramatic, and it actually matches the reference. The pose is specific. Even the color palette is stable. That is what we mean by control.
Okay, but here's a really important point, a little caveat. Prompts still matter. A reference image is a partner, not a replacement for a good prompt. You can't just throw in an image and expect magic. Think of it like this. The reference is an amazing partner, but it's not going to do all the work for you. They have to work together.
And that brings us to this idea of prompt specificity. It sounds kind of technical, but it's really not. It's just the art of using your words, your actual text prompt, to tell the AI all the stuff that the reference image can't. And this really shows you what I mean by that partnership. A reference image can't tell the AI you want your knight to be running or jumping. That's what the prompt is for. You define action and motion in the text. You add non-visual details, like maybe an angry expression. The prompt is also where you add your negative elements, to get rid of stuff you don't want. And it's where you can ask for small tweaks on the style. You see, the text and the image have to work together. So let's boil all of this down to one simple rule. This is the key takeaway, the one thing you should remember from all of this.
And here it is. Prompt for the what, use a reference for the how. It's that simple. Your text prompt tells the AI what the subject is, a knight, a spaceship, a cat, whatever. Then your reference image shows the AI how you want it to look. How it's lit, how the shot is composed, what colors to use. The what is in the prompt, the how is in the reference. That's it.
So what's your next step? It couldn't be simpler. The very next time you're about to generate an image, just try adding one reference. Just one. Pick one of those 5 points we talked about. Maybe you just want to lock in a style or control a pose and just see what happens. I think you'll be pretty amazed at the difference it makes. Have fun with it.